Hey guys, I really feel like this whole camera is a bit crooked. I am very sorry about that. Welcome back. Today is Kaleidoscope's Colourway 1 square 2, what is on a purlwise rather than knitwise. So what we did yesterday was this one. All the squares were moving, when you were looking at it, they were moving towards the right. But today, how we're going to do, they are moving towards the left, okay? So that is pretty much how the purlwise works. They just kind of, they go, if I look at it like that, they go opposite ways. So this is the square we do today. Sorry now. It's so cold today, and if you're like, I have gloves on, these are by the way on a sale, and I made some really nice hot chocolate because hot chocolate mocha, it's really cold. So quick recap, these squares they take time to make. I honestly can't make any more than 4 a day before my brain gets tired. And even when I'm trying to really quickly make them or can try to just blindly make them, I mean, I have been knitting for 30 years and I still get quite tired in the end. So this is something what I kind of put on it on a row, and you have seen now on my last video, and when I first the square we did yesterday, I think it actually went live today by my mistake, by me being very tired. So it's just kind of it gets very tangled, and you just continuously have to retangle and concentrate, and it is not easy on your brain. Now, nevertheless, it's a very good exercise. It is really creeping, sharpening your brain. Knitting always have this amazing ability to bring you out of it's a meditative as well. It makes your brain working. It's recommended for Alzheimer's and people who have had a brain damage, or to keep your brain sharp, and with depression, stress, it's a fantastic way. So a lot of ways it can be very difficult, but you have to make 49 squares. So you can make 1 square a day and your brain will be sharp as a button. So I'm very sorry, I'm really cold. So yeah, real marketing, these gloves and this mug, if you love them, they're up in my Etsy shop. The link will be below. So you're welcome to root it through. There is a lot of different type of things to look, watch, buy. Not only watch, buy, also my crochet sets, and also will be a hat sets to knit and hat sets to crochet. I'm working on them slow and steady, and tomorrow I have Cranny Square tutorial going up. I'm going to do a square and a flower, 1 square and a flower, and 1 hat a week. But for flowers and squares, if you want to make 1 square, Granny Square a year, you will end up having a 52 squares, what is a quite nice size of a blanket, by the way. Just perfect for a couch or anything like that. So check that out and join with me to do that. Anyways, I have been yakking for 4 minutes, so let's get to the square. Again, I have 2 colors for a main color. I just explained that because I'm going to use the same way like I did yesterday. I'm going to use 1 main color, this one, for making the cast on and cast off, and more likely this color will be my edging as well. And I have another purple, that's my last bit of purple, I think. Ooh, I need to check. But like I wanted to just use up my bits of wool. So, and I've done loads of squares out of 2 balls already. So it could be the wool goes for a very long time. Again, this is amazing wool. It's an ice yarn wool. I'll leave a link below in the description box for it. I know I have to remember a lot, but I will do it. Okay, if you don't see it now, at this moment when you're watching, when it has premiered, you will see it in eventually. I promise you. I promise you. I'm just very disorganized yet, okay? It's new for me as well, and these squares are really overwhelming me a lot. So this is what I'm going to use as a color M in my patterns until I have it. I will let you know if I don't have it. And this is the main color what I use for making the cast on and cast off. 5 minutes, let's get into it. We start with the main color as we started at the other square. We cast on with the main color 28 stitches. Now if you're wondering why am I using 2 needles instead of 1, this is how my granny taught me, to kind of have a little bit looser bottom edge. Now with the squares, I do think we have to have a lot of movement in a blanket, so it would be a good idea to start it this way. Again, I like to cut it off and tie a little knot just to making sure that it doesn't go very loose or start to run at the bottom. Now with our first color, color E, we are going to purl our first 7 stitches. So we're going to start with purl. Now we are moving to color F and we are going to purl 8 stitches as is our chart, row 1. We're just going to follow the chart, but we're just starting with the purl row rather than a knit row. That's the main thing what we need to remember on starting this kind of a purl side. Then we are going to move to color D. What's for me, it's this bright kind of a yellow, and we're going to do another 8 stitches. Now when you're making this square, Colourway 1, try to consider that the D and M, these are the 2 colors that are going across of all, like they would take the most of the wool. So make sure that you have enough wool in the ball, so there has to be a fresh balls. Now when you're starting the Colourway one anyway, so I would say you would have the whole straight kind of straight new balls anyways. Nope, new balls of wool yarn. And then yeah, with the colorful M, purl last 5 stitches and turn your work around. This is how this row will look like. This is our first row 1. Row 2, we just knit across without moving any stitches. We just knit all the wool, all the colors. 5, 8, 8 and 7. Again, we have to remember to twist the wool at the back so we won't have holes in our work and the colors will combine really well together.
That's our first row 1 and row 2 done. See, this is our right side and that's our back side. When we're going back in our purl, we're going to move one of each color 1 stitch further down towards a right again. That helps us on the right side to show the colors moving towards left. I'm going to just fast forward it until we have our first addition color to be add onto. So we are going to add our 5th color. This is how the work looks now. Do you see that how on a back side or behind the reverse side, the colors are moving to right, but at the front or the right side, the colors are all moving to the left. Now we're ready to add our 5th color. So you're gonna move across by moving 1 stitch each time with one color right with 1 stitch. That means that the first color, which you have there, color E, is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So as we are moving into the main color, you're going to purl 8 stitches and leave the last stitch on a needle. Now you're going to take your color A and you're going to purl the last stitch. This is now how we have added our 5th color to our Colourway square Colourway 1. Now you knit across as you did at the beginning, just 1 stitch. You knit 1 stitch in color 5, 5th color, and you just knit across. Again, remember to turn the wool or knot the wools at the back, just kind of wrap them around each other. That kind of keeps getting these colors together and not making any holes. Now as we approach back into a color E, the first stripe, it's gone very small. This is how it looks. But our color E has gone very, very narrow now. Usually if I have 3 stitches left, I like to cut off the thread, mainly because you see how it can dangle between and knot it. And we only going to make another 1, 2, 4 and 6 stitches with it, so you leave the length, enough length on the wool to make the next 6 stitches. But I would like to cut it off because it's just less tangling then. So that's how we are going to now end this color E. We're ready to move forward to with the chart until we are getting in the 6th color. So here we go, the last 2 stitches, and with the next 2 rows this colour will be gone. So we are ready now to add the colour B. So you're going to be purling 8, and on the last stitch you add your colour B. This usually is a sign for me that I am nearly on a home stretch with the chart. Usually around this time you should have it the colour F stripe, only having it 3 stitches also on the needle left. So again, I would go and cut the thread, the wool out, so it could have just enough length to go knit another 6 stitches. And we are going to be there, nearly there. You see this, we have our 6th colour, and the colour F is, or EF, yeah, is nearly done. So this is a home stretch, nearly done. This is last row before the knit row, before we are going to start a cast off. So just knit across. I got off all the threads and I'm going to take the main colour to cast off in purl wise.
So that's done. It was quicker than I expected. So unless, like I said to you before, I found it that when I'm starting with the purl side, it less knots. Now you can see it in the videos, it does get a little bit knotty or like a little messy at the back, but it's not that bad. So this is the square, okay? The lines are going on the left instead. When you are purling it, like I said during the video as well, you just keep working on the right, that your line goes in a purl side, you move in one stitch towards the right. So this side, it looks, yeah, this is not the right square. I'm so many squares, stop. So this looks like that, okay? Doesn't look right either. Oh, this is the one. These look the same in reverse, but when you turn, they have to go opposite. I think that's why it's called Kaleidoscope, and it will be put in different squares in different in rows and different colors. So yeah, my Colourway 1 is now finished. The Colourway 1 squares fully as well. I'm going as I'm doing them in the background as I'm going, and trying to go a bit ahead because you have to make 7 of each colorway. And like I said, making 4 makes you, and then you swap them around a bit, and it's just kind of a bit of a messy. Colourway 1, I made 4 in knitwise and 3 in purlwise, because you should have was it 25 in knitwise and 24 in purlwise. So I kind of went first Colourway 1, you have 1 more in a knit, and then you go Colourway 2 and 1 extra for purl, because then it kind of comes, the numbers come right. Hopefully. I haven't done this before, so you're doing actually it with me. Now I did cheat you, I told you, I started the squares before I started these videos, but I just had to figure it out a little bit for myself, and I'm still learning, still struggling. So it's not as that I just pick it up. I'm testing this pattern, and I'm testing it live with you. It's this whole book. It has been a journey. I have learned a lot, and I hope you get something out of it too. So we are back on Tuesday. I'm back on Tuesday with Colourway 2. And I think this is the one. This one. I'll just check that for you. Hang on. Where is my book? Book and my colors. The messy sitting room. So Colourway 2, we are starting with color A. So it is this one. Now I'm going to do it just fast forward, maybe slow down a few bits, but because if you want to see how this are made, you can come back to this video, or in knitwise the video before that. But I just want to show you how these colors are coming along, how the different squares would look like. You don't have to follow my colors, you can make your own. Like you can, if you find the book kind of gives you colors, so you can do that, but it's not necessary, to be honest. So this is the square I'm going to do now, not now, on Tuesday, and the opposite one, this one will be on Thursday. I hope to chat to you soon. I hope you enjoy this as much as I do, and don't stress as much as I do. Okay, I chat to you soon.